I really want to show how the Blade Chroma really doesn't lock in place, how it sort of hovers and bounces around and wanders and drifts. So this video is specifically just to show you how much the Chroma actually moves around when you're not staying on the sticks. I'm also going to be doing this video again shortly in a couple weeks, side by side with a Mavic Pro, and having them both hover so you can see the differences. But for today, this is Blade Chroma specific. I'm walking over to this parking lot right now to have a nice big area with a big flat wall so I can film this for you guys, so you can really see the bounce or hover or drift that the Chroma gets. Plus it's a good excuse to let her get out and ride her scooter. I'm calibrating the compass and the accelerometer, and then I'll put the blades on, and we're going to use this wall right here behind us to have a nice backdrop so you can sort of see where it's hovering at. I'm going to then come in with like a little box and put it in the spot where it hovers, and this way you can sort of see if it gets outside of that box without me touching the controllers. And then you'll finally know what I'm talking about when I say the Blade Chroma having only one IMU board sort of bounces. I can't stress enough that when you put these props on, you get them to where they're tight, and then you actually crank them while holding the motor until they get snug. That's incredibly important with this particular drone, because if you're going one way and you hit return to home, this thing spins off so damn fast. You won't even it's instantly like way faster than that even, but you will lose your drone. So don't just do that and leave it. If you see another video that tells you to do that, ignore them. They're smoking crack. So you see it hovering right now. My hands are off the controls, and it's sort of all over the place. Let me bring it a little closer. Okay, I'm gonna go stand by it so you can really get an idea of how much it's moving. Okay, that's a little freaky, so I'm coming back up here. Anyways, you can see how much it's hovering and drifting and going up and down. When I'm flying really slow and I'm trying to get like a good cinematic shot, you go really slow and then you speed it up in post-production, which gets all the cars and traffic, everything looks like it's in hyperspeed, but the shot is nice and smooth. Well, with the Chroma, that's almost impossible, because as it's doing this, as you see, it's moving around everywhere. And as it's doing that, it's still doing that when you're flying it. So if you're flying it real slow, it's still going up and down and side to side as you're adjusting and compensating for all this motion. Due to that, when you speed up your video, those movements become really, really obvious. Like, they look horrible. So it's really hard to get a good shot that way. As you can see, it's pretty much impossible to keep this thing steady. And I've replaced the IMU board on it. I have sent it into Horizon multiple times for different reasons and have them check this as well, and they always send it back saying, oh, that's just how the Chroma flies. So let me know, does your Chroma move that much? Because as far as I'm aware, from Horizon directly, that's what it's supposed to do. And this is the reason I just ordered a Mavic. Everything I've seen on the Mavic, and I've flown a Phantom 4, and they lock in like they're being held by a piece of string. And that's what I want, just so I can do those cinematic shots. So I guess in conclusion, if you have a Blade Chroma and you want to get some nice smooth shots, I don't suggest speeding it up. I suggest putting it into rabbit mode and just flying it yourself, because you'll get a much more stable shot if you're flying it fast than speeding it up in post-production. You won't be able to get the crazy time-lapse stuff as well, because this thing, like I said, even if you just hover it somewhere while traffic is passing by, it fluctuates and moves so much that it's really hard to make that shot look right. The Phantom 4, the Mavic, I know those both have 2 IMU boards. This has 1. I'm assuming that's a big part of why it can't lock into the GPS, or maybe it's just a software issue. So if you have any feedback, if you have one that doesn't do this, film it and tag me in the video. I'd love to see it. I appreciate you watching, but like, subscribe. I've got a lot more videos coming soon with drone stuff. Like I said, I'm getting the Mavic in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be doing some side-by-side comparisons, as well as just a lot of Mavic stuff. If you're into drones, definitely follow, because I got a lot of stuff coming soon.